I'm back with one of my favorite people, Danny G, program director with the Joyce Theater in Chelsea, New York City. And we're here to discuss about the upcoming Ballet Festival curated by Misty Copeland.
Yes.
So let's just start in here because this is a 2-week performance.
It is.
With 2 separate programs.
Yes. It's a beast.
Yes, at least. And what I'm gathering is you worked with Misty on maybe she curated the program, but you had an input maybe in suggesting people and helping her finalize some
Sure.
things. So let us know who was going to be on this great program.
Whew, should have brought my notes. Well, just to be clear, I worked in tandem with my colleague here at the Joyce, Ross LeClaire, who typically does oversee the ballet festival, but this one just became such a bigger thing. I came in to assist, and we thought in this moment of the country's reflection, the 250 and all the things, who would be the perfect person to bring forth a vision of what we all, I hope, want America to be still and could be. And so Misty, and then it was announced she was retiring, and it was all this, so we were like, I think she would do it. And so we reached out, and she said yes. And so, of course she had to get ready for her retirement performance, which was a lot to get ready for since she hadn't been on stage in 5 years. She had had her beautiful son, and working through an injury. And so we had to give her some space and time to work through that and finalize her performances. And as we all know now, because of her social media, she had a hip replacement like soon thereafter. And so there was a lot going on in her life. And so when we finally were able to get on a Zoom to discuss her ideas, her thoughts, she of course wanted it to be a beautiful, array of Black and brown artists and queer artists within the mix of it all. And we started talking about, pieces that meant something to her or choreographers that meant something to her and how we could reflect that in the programming. So we quickly assessed, obviously Dwight Rhoden and then Complexions, Ave Maria, Kyle Abraham, even with her having done Broadway, which is why we have, the moment with Shota from Hubbard Street doing Percussion 4 by Bob Fosse. So it really, really speaks to the breadth of all Misty has done in her career, be it classical, the classics, Romeo and Juliet, to the very, very contemporary, which is why we have, from Kyle, we have Show Pony, which Taylor Stanley, I cannot wait to see them in that solo, and Victor Abreu from New York City Ballet, soloist, who is dancing the rarely seen solo by Jose Limon, Sonata for 2 cellos, only danced twice ever by Jose himself, and then by Desmond Richardson, who has his own history, obviously, with American Ballet Theater, first African-American dancer, period, to be in the company, followed by Misty. So there's that connection. So every single work on the show has some connection to her career and to the people that she's worked with and love, which I think is wonderful.
And then what was it last year? Calvin Royal was
that was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago. He was the curator.
Yes. And
so I think it's only fitting now that it goes to Misty.
I mean, it was just the right timing. I mean, it depends on who we're talking to, what we're looking for. I think we already know who next year's is, but I can't say. But I'm very excited. But Misty's been great. She's been a great steward, obviously. She's right on mission with this program, and I think it's not lost on me. Another quick little plug will probably land after their season, but that we have these 2 formidable back-to-back women on the end of the season, which is Joan Myers-Brown bringing in Philadelphia and all she's done for dancers over the years for inclusivity and equity. And now you've got the season-ending ballet festival shepherded and curated by Misty Copeland. So we have Joan Myers-Brown has been doing this for more than 6 decades plus, and Misty, who's done all the great work she's been doing with American Ballet Theater, now her foundation, being very outspoken about what she would like to see happen in the world. Now she's joined the board of American Ballet Theater, so hopefully she'll keep shepherding and stewarding that message of inclusivity and diversity. And these are not just cliches. This is a beautiful thing that needs to happen and should continue to happen.
When you mentioned